the definition for grounding for me is just being out in nature and just planting your feet and just being present, being there.
Alrighty, hello. How you doing today?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. And how do we get to this present moment? What happened?
Presently, I'm kind of in my element right now. Like, right now, I'm practicing being bold, basically. I have been stepping out of my comfort zone a lot more recently. I've been trying to go out, and although crowds are really like something I'm trying to get more comfortable being around, I'm trying to be more comfortable in crowds. I think I'm also practicing oneness with myself.
Right.
So I have practiced DBT therapy in the past. I was in DBT therapy for like 2 years. So they really talk about like living in the moment, just grounding yourself and practicing those coping skills with like being in public when you start feeling anxious. And a lot of it was just like doing a lot of muscle work, just feeling yourself, and other things like just doing things that actually like make you feel comfortable in that moment. You know, it's a lot of good shit that you can actually witness when you actually try to leave the house.
That's
you
true.
know, like you gotta be a part of the party. Like outside is the party.
Facts.
Okay, like there's so much going on, there's so much good shit that's happening right now, and people get really drowned by what's going on in their phones and social media. And you cannot pay attention to that because that's something that's happening regardless. There's always going to be something happening. You got to leave the fucking house. You can't be on social media 24/7 because that also creates an anxiety about leaving the house. So like I've been doing this thing a lot where I journal. I write out my experiences in life, and I write out exactly what kept me in the house to begin with. Like all these people that have brought that sort of feeling, that's the reason why I grew up to be so anxious. Like the people that I kept around me, I just allowed that to define who I was, and that's like it's not accurate and it's not fair for me to like hold myself to their standards. You'll never miss out. You'll never fear missing out if you go out. if you just do what you have, if you have like a bucket list of things and it just sounds like something you could have did like yesterday, you fucking do it. Like it does not make any sense to actually like keep yourself from doing what you have been wanting to do. Like this, just going outside for me, it was on my list to do for like weeks. Like why am I not doing this already? Like what is it about grounding that scares people? Like when you're out in nature, the definition for grounding for me is just being out in nature and just planting your feet and just being present, being there. And groundwork has been on my list to do for so long. And I have been like in this mental space of not doing the simplest things for so long. Now I'm like, you gotta remove the block, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to like remove this block from my aura. That's another thing too. When you get in front of somebody who has been waiting to talk, to have a chance to say something, to have like a platform of some sort, like you can get a lot of unexpected shit from that, because they have been sitting with that feeling for so long. Like it's, what you're doing is really, it can be really good for somebody like me, or somebody who like can sort of resemble the same energy as me. Like it's so weird, really fucking weird, but I've been very open, and it's a new feeling when you freshly become that person that suddenly wants to go outside all the time. Like you get all these opportunities, and you get all these new people, new faces that just like they grace you with their presence, and you just want to be like, thank you, like thank you. Like I love me, I definitely do. I can say that now 100% that I love me, and that's a new feeling, and I love that.
See a smile, y'all? Yeah. We're getting everything out here. We're getting everything out. Yeah, this is raw. Yeah.
It feels nice.
Feels nice? See that? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. People don't realize that. I'm trying to link you to express yourself. Express yourself on camera, right?
So I'm pretty sure it was a misdiagnosis, but I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. And what that is that your emotions kind of like range throughout the day. And my relationship was so like it was affecting my mood so badly, to the point where my moods would just fluctuate. Like I would literally fall out at work. So I was in DVD therapy, and they kind of teach you how to live in the moment. They have you write down everything that you want to do, all the activities, like if you meditate or if you like to dance. These are just things that I'm listing because those are the things that I like to do. But like I was also taught how to identify my emotions, which, you know, they tell you like, or you think you know what emotions are, but like once you actually go through it, you realize that you can't really identify most of the emotions that you are feeling. And then the muscle work that we used to do, like when you tighten all of the muscles in your body together, and then you like release them, and then you tighten certain body parts at a time, and then you release them. That sort of thing kind of like, you know, loosens up the tension that you might be feeling, and you don't even know that you're feeling it in those parts of your body. Like how would I have known that my big toe was like tense if I didn't actually like crush my foot together and release it? Like just little parts of like, even like little parts of emotions can be stuck in those parts of your body, and you won't even know that until you do something like that and you release it, and you're like, dang, emotions are in like the water in your body. Water holds memory. So of course, like it's gonna be like some of that stuff, that tension is stuck in your body. You have to like release it somehow, you know? Like that's a good exercise that I kind of like just remembered that was a big part of my routine. So that was a very helpful therapy. DBT is probably the more helpful types of therapy than like actual therapy. Like sometimes they don't really hit the points. So they don't really hit what you need to talk about. You don't, because sometimes you don't know what it is that you need to talk about. Like, it's all like something in your body. Like, it can be a physical thing, really. You won't even know, you know. I appreciate you, though. I do appreciate you for this that you got going on. Like, it's like, it's so nice to know that there are people who actually genuinely care about what others have to say.
Yeah.
Because all we do is talk. All people do half the time is just, they just start talking. They don't really care about the input that others have, you know, like, and that's also why I was like, so if you're going to have this interview or you're having this YouTube channel, like, I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna hear what you have to say to me, what you want to ask me. But I never really expect for somebody to be like, okay, I just want you to talk. I just want you to just start talking. I'm like, damn, you want me to do that? Like, oh, okay. All right, I got a lot to say. Okay.
All right. So, you're barefoot, right? You're outside in nature. How you feeling?
I feel very at peace.
Very at peace? Good. So now we're going to try something called toe yoga, okay? Toe yoga is a way to stimulate positive emotions to the brain by simply keeping your toes moving, okay? Now what you do is squeeze your feet in all the way, as tight as possible. While you're doing that, take a deep breath in. So when you breathe out, let your toes loose slowly. Just like in DBT. Yeah, just like that. Breathe in again. Breathe out. One more time for me. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good job. Yeah. Okay. Roll your ankles for me. Same deep breaths in, same deep breaths out. Alright, good job. Wiggle your toes again for me. Same deep breaths in, same deep breaths out. Now I want you to point your toes back towards you as far as possible. Now if you can, reach for your toes, reach for them. And pull them back as far as possible. Same deep breaths in, same deep breaths out. The key is to feel that warmness right hitting your feet from the sun and also from the friction that's going through your feet. By the way, y'all, this is non-judgmental. Good job. Here we go. And then roll your ankles again. So that's the first part of it, right? How did that feel?
This feels like I'm actually loosening my ankles, and it feels nice.
I got 2 tools that can help send positive sensations, positive emotions to the brain, okay? Do you want to see them tools?
Sure.
It's going to take us a little bit.
Okay.
So you gotta laugh it out, it's okay. So I like to call this scratch therapy pretty much. And all we're doing is just activating them nerves and making their mind and body feel good. Now it might tickle a little bit, but just know that's energy being released from her feet at that moment. that feel?
Feels better.
Feel better. Good. You ready? By the way, this is light touch. Yeah, like that. She's smiling.
Grounded.
You feel grounded.
I would say I have not actually felt properly grounded before, and I was like, it's not weird. It's not weird. And that's what I'm telling myself, but I didn't really have to tell myself that because it just wasn't fucking weird. I just felt more, I feel reset, if that makes sense, especially after like the exercises you had me do. And you know, with that, the massage, that part was very unexpected, but I will take it because it did help with how like I have been feeling lately. I've been feeling like I'm not like properly grounding myself. Like I attempt to, but I just never really feel like I'm going full out with like actually grounding myself.
Yeah.
But I feel I don't feel that now. I feel reset is a good word for it. I would say just I feel like I can actually start from somewhere.
There we go.